How we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. Happy Whiskey Wednesday. I am Jason C. Nice to see you. We have a really, really cool show tonight, guys. It's ready. I hope you're ready for Blind Sample Night Part 3, Return of the Dan Trout. Dan Trout. If you guys saw the last one, the last two that we did, he was kind enough to send us 4 brand new blind samples for me and Scott from My Bourbon Journey to try. Want to say hi to everybody, fellas.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello, everybody.
Connected to My Bourbon Journey call. Call ended.
Scott's got a phone call. Go ahead. Go ahead, Scott.
I do. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, must have connected to my Bluetooth. Yeah, no, Jason, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. This will be the third one. So yeah, and Dan, thanks for sending off the samples. I really appreciate that. This will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no problem, guys. It's I enjoy the camaraderie we all have. So this is just one of many to come. So.
All right, very cool. So this is what we're going to do tonight, guys. So if you've watched the blind tastings before, Dan has sent us 4 blind samples. That's 2, there's 3, there's 4. What we're going to be doing, as you see, I have my 4 glasses here. Scott also has them. We're going to be nosing them, tasting them in order, giving our tasting notes, and see if we can maybe figure out what they are. See if we can maybe figure out we like to do a lot of guesses, try to figure out the proof, if it's a wheated bourbon. Well, these are all bourbons, right, Scott? I'm sorry, right, Dan?
That's negative.
Oh, okay. That's a
all right, interesting.
All right, so that's the only clue we get. One or two, or maybe all of these is not a bourbon. So we're gonna go through these, taste them all, and we have some awesome giveaways tonight, guys. Not only do we have this awesome tasting we're going to do, but included in tonight's show, we have these 4 blind samples, which I mentioned, but we also, to match the ones that we have, Dan was kind enough to send 4 of the same samples that we're getting to give away to you guys for watching. So we're going to be giving away 4 samples tonight, maybe another, not sure. We're going to see if we have time for that, but just trying to tease it out here. So we should have a lot of fun, guys. But before we get started with the tasting, let me go into the chat. Let's see who's here. Say hi to the folks out here. I know we had, hey, Dan Trout. He sent the first super chat of the Mash and Drum history. Thank you so much, Dan. We have Steve A in the house, Steven Sussman. We have, let's see, Lewis Keene is in the house. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Michael Hassett is in Tampa. He's sipping on Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Nice. Joseph Brazau's here. I said hi. Kenneth Kennelty's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Dave Kitterman's in the house. Awesome. Santa Cruzin. Hello, buddy. Richie Z's in the house. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Richie.
Let's see. Who else we got coming in? Eric Wade is in the house. Hello from California. Cap and Make It Happen, my man from Texas. How you doing, buddy? Mr. Bill, everyone's up in there. Let's see, what do we got? Josh Galladay's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Carlos Ramos, Moose 76, Pressman, Brandon Weiss. How you doing, buddy? Brian Brennicke's in the house, and we have more and more coming in. We have 29 in the chat right now. Awesome. More people will come in, and let's see. All right, we are set. So before we get started, guys, what I do want to, I'm going to kick it over to Scott. He has a kind of a cool announcement to tell you guys. So Scott, kick it off when you're ready.
Yeah, so the 3 of us, myself, Jason, Dan, we were kind of talking and tried to put a little something to kind of together. So we're all going to make a trip down to Kentucky the end of May. Beginning of June. So we're going to actually do, if we can, with a lot of you guys, if possible, a little bit of a meetup. And the time and place will still be kind of to be determined, but it'll be Thursday, May 30th and we'll let everybody know through our channels a little bit of information. So everybody will kind of, if everyone follows and subscribes to everybody else, to Jason and, my channel, we'll kind of let some things out as we go through and let everybody know more of when it's going to be and all of that. So we're looking forward to, being able to hopefully hook up with a lot of you guys. If there's anybody in the Kentucky area or, may drive down there, we're looking forward to kind of meeting up with a bunch of people. So we'll keep you up to date.
Yeah. Well, what we're doing, guys, is we're looking at spots in possibly Bardstown, maybe Bardstown Bourbon Company, maybe another location. It's to be determined. Should be a really cool meetup. We'll drink some bourbon, drink some whiskey, hang out. Be really cool to meet with all of you. We'll probably bring a couple giveaways here and there. It'll be awesome. So,
yep, that'll be a fun time. We're looking forward to it. So hopefully we'll be able to hook up with a lot of you guys.
Yeah, should be awesome. So, all right. So I guess we're ready to get started with this blind tasting, right?
Let's do it.
All right, so we are moving on to A. I'll try to keep up in the chat, guys, if you guys have any questions here. All right, Numenium's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Moose76, I think I saw him. Eric Gilbert jumped in. We got 40 watching right now. Awesome, guys. All right, so we are going to start with we have our 4 bourbons or 4 whiskeys here. So let's go to the nose first, and let's see what we got, Scott.
Yeah.
Letter A.
Yeah. Oh. All right, so definitely a little bit of nuttiness for me. Some caramel.
I'm getting pure, just caramel, vanilla, pure bourbon, typical notes. Nothing really standing out so far.
Yeah. Not a lot of heat. There's not much like ethanol or anything coming off the nose.
Not at all. Not getting a lot of heat at all. Hey,
No.
Juan Quintanilla's in the house. Whiskey Padawan. Nice. How you doing, buddy? Bourbon Sane is here. If anyone's not checked out Bourbon Sane's channel, go definitely check him out. Lewis Keen's here. Hey, Go Habs is in the house. Thanks for coming. He's the first time on the channel. Thanks for dropping in, Go Habs.
Cool. Yeah, I get it's not a it's I would say this is very like a very typical sweet bourbon nose, if I had to generically describe something.
Yeah, definitely. Just vanilla, caramels, maybe
some oak.
I am getting definitely getting a little oak, maybe a little hint of that nuttiness you were talking about, Scott.
Yeah, not much heat. I mean, I would guess so far, just based on the nose, that it's not overly high proof of any sort. I mean, I'm not getting much at all there. So interesting.
Yeah, I definitely would not think that this is a high proof at all. So
no,
I'm with you.
Yeah. Huh.
All right. I'm taking a couple notes here.
All right.
Hey, Carino One's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Also drinking Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Seems to be a popular dram tonight. All right, I'm going in for the palate. You ready?
All right, let's do it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers to the first dram of the night, everybody. Thanks for dropping by. Cheers. Oh, wow.
Boy.
See.
Yeah, way more
fruitiness on the palate.
Yeah.
And
definitely a little higher proof.
Yeah, it's definitely higher proof than I thought it was.
Yeah, it tricked you.
Hey,
sweet and spicy.
Thanks, Swami. Appreciate the super chat. $2 from Canada. Thank you, Swami. Really appreciate it. Malta de Montreal. Been one of my top supporters from the beginning of my channel. Can't thank you enough.
Swami.
Thanks a lot. Hey, we got Whiskey Quest in the house. Antonio's here. So this does not smell high proof on the nose, but then you take a sip and it just lights you up.
Yeah, a lot of spice. I would, if I was guessing like right away, it reminds me a lot of Four Roses of some sort.
I was thinking the same thing, Scott. Get out of my head.
You know,
just because just because of that such a nice balance and the fruitiness on the palate. It's just really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, how
really,
you doing? What is going on? Jim Shannon just came in, and
Hey,
Todd
Jim.
Krasinski. How you doing, buddy? Mm.
Boy, yeah, that's really good. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
wait.
I mean, this is going to be the. I don't know if I had to guess like proof wise. I don't know. Maybe. Boy, I don't know. It could be 115. Maybe would be a guess.
Yeah, I would say
You
like
think
a
that's higher?
10. I would say like a 107, 110 maybe.
You think so? Okay. All right. It could be too.
But I don't know. See, my second sip now, I'm not getting that fruity floral quality. Now it's becoming a little bit more nutty. So now it's throwing me off. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of oak. I get a lot of oak on this one.
Yeah. There's a big oak finish. Absolutely. Dan, on A, what notes do you usually pick up when you pour A out?
On the nose, I get a little bit of dark fruit. I do get like a baking spice.
Yeah.
And a very, very, very little bit of black licorice.
See, I'm getting the black
that.
licorice. I'm getting some black licorice on the finish. Do you ever get it on the finish?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's where I'm getting like all of that. And a lot of times for me that like black licorice will come across as like a heavier or like a deep oak for me. That's kind of usually what I start to get when people pick out that licorice.
Yeah, I'll usually pick it out on a high rye or a heavy oaked bourbon or whiskey. That's really good though. Whatever it is, that's really delicious for the first one. That's great.
I guess if I was guessing, I mean, I know we had originally said like Four Roses, which it could be, but generally Four Roses, I don't get this much oak on it. So I don't know if maybe this could be like a Barton Full Proof or something, maybe, or I don't know.
It's really interesting. It's every sip I take, it's kind of throwing me off. It's changing. It went from on the nose, it was just very typical bourbon. My first sip, I got a lot of fruitiness on the palate, and now it's kind of turning into a more oaky, a little bit higher of a proof experience with that nice rye kick on the end.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of the Bell Mead cast strength that I love.
Huh. This one for me just really sits on my tongue there for a little bit.
It is. Yeah. It's just sitting there. It's like black pepper.
Yeah.
Kind of dusted.
Yeah, it is. It really finishes with that black pepper oak with a little bit of like kind of sweetness there at the end. Yeah, it's a really nice pour.
Yeah, that's a bourbon, whatever A is, that I would sip on a lot just for that balance of sweet oak, that peppery aftertaste. That's awesome. I don't know what A is.
Jason, I want you to write that down. What you just said right there.
Write it down. What did I just say?
That's a bourbon.
What did you just say?
It's a bourbon that I could sip on over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I don't like when Dan smiles and points at me.
Yeah, that was a little interesting.
It's like
the nose on this is definitely mild, but when it hits your palate, it packs a little punch. So
yeah, it does. It definitely, but you do not get it on the nose. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it finishes really oaky and peppery with that little bit of sweetness there.
The peppery note on it is what's winning me over. So it's awesome.
Yeah,
and as always, guys, I do try to put these in the best order that I can, so it doesn't interfere with another, one of the other palettes. So I really tried this time. So we'll see how this next one goes.
Peter White says, "Does it sound like a 1792 full proof?"
Could be. That was kind of one of the things I thought maybe it was something along those lines. Just
I would guess on a Barton just because that cream of Kentucky I had reminds me a lot of this too because of that black pepper just sticking on my palate.
Yeah.
It really does it reminds me a lot of cream of Kentucky in a great way. That's awesome.
Huh.
Hey, Numenium just sent a super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Tip
Awesome.
your pre-sample bartender, folks. Yes. Courtesy of Dan the Man Trout tonight, guys. But
That's awesome.
I might have another sample up my sleeve tonight for everybody out there tonight. But thank you so much, Numenium. He's been watching from one of the very beginning of the channel, so can't thank you enough, buddy. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You are a gentleman and a scholar, my friend.
Cool.
All right, so A is awesome.
Yeah. A is really good.
Well, what do we say, Scott? Notes of good.
Notes of good. Yeah, very good. Right, that falls in the very good category.
I'm gonna take a sip of water before we get into B here.
I'm going to get some water. Rookie style. I forgot some.
All right, go get some water. Well, we're gonna see what's going on in the chat here. Lewis Keene. Oh, I found a batch 1 Bellmead cast strength this week. Oh, that's a good find, Lewis. That's awesome. I love Bellmead cast strength. Bellmead just released a whiskey, Bourbon Blind, another great channel on YouTube. If you haven't seen that, just did a live review of it. It's called Black Bell. It's bourbon that's finished in. It's their bourbon that's finished in stout beer casks. So you're supposed to get this chocolatey, velvety flavor profile to it, and I can't wait to try that stuff. I'm going to hopefully try to get another bottle or try to get a bottle. Hey, Monica Willits is here. How you doing? Yes, Monica, we are doing blind samples. We have 4 tonight. So far, A was amazing.
Yeah, A was fantastic.
Yeah, A was fantastic. So we got 49 watching. Awesome.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Hey,
so
Monica.
Let's go to B, Scott. You ready?
Yep, I'm all set.
All right, let's go to B here. The nose. Wow, this is like super. This is like an orchard.
Boy, yeah.
Super fruity on the nose.
Yeah, very, very fruity. Boy, it's a lot of caramel there. Oh boy, I'm guessing already this is going to be a little higher proof.
Yeah, I definitely can smell. I could smell the proof on this one.
Boy, the color of that,
Ooh.
like it almost looks like it's like finished a little bit.
Again, Scott, get out of my head because that's what I was thinking initially.
Yeah,
on the nose from all that fruit flavor, whatever's in it. It feels like it's finished.
I get honey on the nose, a little bit of banana on the nose, a little bit of orange peel.
I was just gonna say orange, Dan. I get orange more than anything. You said banana now, and now I'm kind of thinking banana, but I got orange right off the bat.
Yeah, there's definitely that zestiness to it.
It's like a creamsicle. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It smells smooth. If that makes any sense at all.
I'm getting compliments on the glasses. Yeah, these are the I don't know how you pronounce it. Dan turned me on to them. Dan, how do you pronounce it? Copita glasses? Copita. So these are my new Copita glasses. You get a ton of the nosings and the flavors you get from this glass are amazing. I highly recommend it if you guys. These were like 4 for like $18 on Amazon, so go check them out.
Yeah, I do like the stem. I like the stem part of it, so you're not like maybe necessarily touching.
It's like a Glencairn on a stem. They're really nice.
Yeah.
This is like a tropical bourbon or whiskey.
Very. Actually, the more I smell it, I do, like Dan said before, I get a little bit of honey, and this is kind of weird, but I get this like cotton candy type of nose to it.
It's definitely something. I'm getting a grilled.
Sweet.
I'm getting a grilled pineapple. Are we getting that?
Really?
Huh. God, the nose on that is incredible.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting.
Hey, we just got a super chat from Cap and Make It Happen. Thank you, my man in Texas. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for supporting the channel, dude. Thanks for your generosity, your samples. I really appreciate it. Cheers, Cap'n. Thank you, buddy. One of the best names in the biz.
Cap and Make It Happen.
Wow,
the palate on this one's going to throw you through a loop here. Get ready.
The
Yeah,
palate.
this is really interesting.
So it smells
really interesting.
Smells like an orchard, but it's gonna taste like a barrel.
Yeah, plus the interesting part is like this doesn't even like really, it doesn't smell familiar for whatever reason.
No, this doesn't smell like any bourbon I've had recently. All
No.
right, let's go into the palate, Scotty.
All right.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't know. This is some old shit though. This is some my guess would be this. There's that old, for me, there's that old dusty profile again for me. Interesting.
I got to take another sip because this is a high proofer. I got nothing but the alcohol burn on this. Really.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's not the 1950s Old Teller, all right?
Oh, there we go.
That is really good. That's really good though.
So the nose does not match the flavor profile at all. The flavor profile on the palate, this is deep, dark caramel, brown sugar, and oak.
Yeah.
I mean, it hits you hard with that. It just boggles my mind how something so fruity and tropical on the nose can finish like that. It's unbelievable. That's great.
Yeah, it's all that real caramel, a little bit of oak and that spice, a little bit of that nice heat that's there. Yeah, this is really, really, really good.
It's got a lot of spice. It's got oak. It's got such a rich caramel flavor. It's man, it's really just
that's the thing. I mean, it's really about as much like caramel as I think I can really remember having. It's so dominant that's there. It's like
do you guys pull any chocolate out at the end?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So I'm starting to get like this. I don't know if it's necessarily like baker's chocolate or like a cocoa powder, but it's definitely
there's definitely cocoa powder in there. Moose 76 says it sounds like a scotch. Yeah, I mean,
no.
It's definitely not a scotch, but I think I know what he means when you get some of those velvety, the fruitiness on the nose. But then you get
this tastes the opposite of like. I think it tastes like the opposite of like dirty earth. So I'm gonna say a negative on the scotch part of it. But
hey, Cast Strength is in the house. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in, Vito. Really appreciate it. Go check out Cast Strength, guys, if you guys haven't seen his channel. Great. Hey, Keith from Malta Man Cave is here. Fellow Ohioan. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in, dropping by. Let's see. Pressman.
Yeah, Cast Strength. Yeah, they do some good stuff.
Let's see what it is. Yeah.
Man, that is really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Wow. Whoa. I just went in back for the nose. It smells like a you ever open juicy fruit gum?
Yeah, it does. It's very sweet. It is. That's really strange.
Doesn't it smell like juicy fruit on the nose?
Yeah. That's really strange. I was kind of like thinking like some kind of like chewing gum of some sort. This is getting like borderline creepy almost.
I feel like Dan blended some sick blend and put it in a sample and send it to us.
So that's the little thing. I don't know if we can like let Dan's little secret out. I wonder if he like slipped us his little secret blend he's got going on at the house. Oh, look at that! Look at Mr. Funny. Look at Mr. Funny Man now. He got that big grin. This might be his little perfect blend he's got going on here.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, that's good. All right, I'm taking my notes. So, all right, guys. So we have 55 in the chat watching. This is awesome. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do our first two giveaways tonight. So how we make this work is we're going to ask a couple of trivia questions. We're going to do our first two sample giveaways right now, our first two questions. And you guys will get a choice. Whoever gets the question right, you let us know in the chat if you want A, B, C, or D. And then we'll write it down. We'll get it selected. And then at the end of the night, when we find out what's in each glass, and then you do too, you know what sample you'll get. So it's kind of a fun thing to do. So I think we're gonna have Scott. You want to do the first question for letter A. So guys in the chat, get ready. Scott's gonna answer his question. We're gonna go by my chat window. So whatever I see on the chat first in my chat window will win. Whoever gets it right. So Scott, ask away.
All right. So my question is, what is the only state that does not produce any of their own distillate?
All right, we're gonna wait in the chat room here to see who
Joseph, make it easy.
Oh, thanks, Keith. I appreciate it for the kind words. Yeah, I hit 1,500 subs today. Thank you so much, man.
On mine, it looked like Brian got it.
I just saw Brian Brennick got it. You guys got that?
Yep, he got it.
Yep.
Brian Brennick, he got it.
You got it. It is Hawaii. So Hawaii produces no distillation, no distilled spirits whatsoever. Which
they're the.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah, do you want to give him some background on that, Scott?
Yeah, no, I was just doing some research and I was just curious to find out if there was any place, I mean, obviously within the United States, that didn't produce any bourbon whatsoever, and like almost immediately everything was just hit with Hawaii, and I guess it makes very, I guess, perfect sense from the standpoint of, there's not a lot of temperature fluctuation for the most part, and yeah, it probably just
that's crazy. All right, Brian Brennick, you got it. What do you want? A, B, C, or D? Let's make a deal.
Behind which door?
Yeah, Brian already heard the tasting notes for A and B, so he has a little bit of an advantage on that end. But
yeah,
what's it going to be, Brian?
You never know. C and D could be Pappy 23. I mean, you never know. So Brian, no pressure, buddy. No pressure.
Yeah.
He says he'll take the A.
He wants A. Okay.
Really?
All right. Awesome. Good on you, Brian.
Okay. All right. Good for you.
For those of you who do not, if you want, you can throw your email address in the chat or hit me up on Instagram and send me a private message for your thing there too. So and send me your email address. All right. We're gonna do another sample giveaway right now. This is number 2. And Dan, you have this question. So this question will come from Dan, everyone. So Dan, take it away.
All right, guys. We've talked about Kevin Plank from the Sagamore Distillery in one of Jason's previous episodes on the Mash and Drum. What other company does Kevin Plank own?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to answer this question? Can I win any samples at all? Or?
Keith said he'll take Ape Tit for 500. I don't know what that
means. Looks like Captain Make It Happen got it on my end here.
Yeah, he got it.
Captain Make It Happen. Very good.
I do like Dave Sitterman's answer, Tesla.
Yeah.
That's good.
Captain Make It Happen. You got it, buddy. You beat Monica Willis by about a millisecond. So good job, Captain. Captain Make It Happen. What letter do you choose? B, C, and D are available. What do you choose? Santa Cruz wrote all the above.
Yeah, good on you, Chris. Good on you. If you ain't cheating, try it.
Were we going to go back and ask Brian and then Captain after this about the other thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Captain. What's your letter, buddy? A, B, C. I'm sorry, B, C, or D? Oh, he's taking the B. He's taking the tropical. The tropical bourbon that does not taste like one. All right, so
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Now, guys, guess what? Just because you didn't win, we have a little bit of a bonus round for you. So this is something out of the kindness of Dan Trout, Dan the Man Trout's heart. So what we're going to do is Brian Brennick, Captain Make It Happen. You could call out anybody in the chat, your choice, whoever you want, somebody obviously that didn't win yet, to get another sample of From Dan. Dan is just going to send you whatever letter you want. You could also pick A, B, C, or D. So out of the kindness of Dan's heart, he has kind of said that, you know what, let's send a couple more samples out. So everyone will get, so you guys have another chance to get another sample. So Brian, you can go first. Pick someone in the chat at random. Who do you want to get a sample?
Let the bribes begin.
You picked Monica.
You already called out. All right, so you keep track of Monica. Awesome.
Okay.
Cap and make it happen. Who do you pick to get a? Who do you pick to get another sample?
Here we go, everybody.
I know. Pick me.
Here they go. Here it goes. This is good. There's nothing wrong with a little begging. Come on, guys.
Yeah, who cares?
And ladies.
Just waiting for Cap'n to make his selection. He probably doesn't want to get beat up.
Oh boy. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
No pressure. No pressure. I mean,
right,
everybody
guys,
that you don't
we have two more samples tonight, which means 4 more. So should be pretty cool.
Hey, DJ.
All right, we'll wait. We'll let Cap'n make his choice. He could think about it. Hey, DJ Beacon's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Cap'n, I'm here. All right. We'll give Cap'n some time to make his choice. Hopefully, he's thinking about it. Hey, in the house. How you doing, Mike? Mike is in from Indiana. How you doing, guys?
Hey, Mike.
I want to say thank you again for all you guys that sent in some super chats tonight. My first bunch of super chats, my first episode where I'm able to get some. Thank you to YouTube, I guess. Appreciate it.
And hey, I think congrats for 1,500 too. I think you might have just crossed 1,500 tonight too.
Yeah, apparently I hit 1,500 subscribers.
Yeah. I'm choking on your dust. You've blown right past me. So congrats. Hey, congrats. No, I mean, it really serious. It's I mean, you got a fantastic channel. I mean, I think everybody knows that. So you do a fantastic job.
Nah, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Scott. You definitely helped me a little bit. Cap is in the is Captain Make It Happen? Is he working out again? He's usually at the gym when he's popping in, so Jason, will you pick up my sample since I missed the first part? I trust you. Oh, okay. Yeah, Monica, I'll pick it for you. Okay. Oh, Jason Coates just came in with a super chat. My doppelganger, yes, Jason Coates, Jason C, the other Jason C in the whiskey one. Thank you so much.
Well, it looks like he picked Numenium.
Oh, he's going with Numenium. All right. So Numenium, you will get a yes, Captain Make It Happen. Yeah, he was in the gym. So Numenium, you're going to get sample number 2. Monica, I'll pick yours for you. And you know, we'll send out some other random ones for you guys that we just kind of think you'll like, instead of having everyone pick a letter because it'll take forever. So, all right, guys. So with that, we're gonna do 2 more giveaways later. But for right now, we're gonna get into our 3rd glass of the night. So Scott, let's get to the nose on letter C here.
All righty. Oh boy. Very, very a lot of vanilla and some honey.
Oh, there's a note on here. I'm trying to. The hell is that? I think it's.
It almost smells like weeded, like a weeded bourbon almost.
I think it's licorice I'm getting on the nose.
Yeah, that could be.
So maybe this is the one non-bourbon. Maybe this is a rye.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know. It's not coming across as a rye to me for some reason.
Oh no! Now it's well. See now the.
Oh, it does actually a little bit.
This is coming across as a rye to me a little bit. I don't know if it is a rye, but the nose, I'm getting a very distinct licorice, sweet caramel licorice note on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this one, I have a lot of corn sweetness. I do have vanilla caramel, almost a little bit of toffee toward the end.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, little bit of like kind of ethanol there, but nothing crazy.
Hey, Christine Deems. I don't think I said hi to you in the chat. How you doing, Christine? Thanks for coming in. She said probably threw in a little book. Yeah, maybe. Hey, Dave Sitterman with a super chat. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate that. Great job on the channel. Loving it here in Chicago. Dave, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't worry, guys. Soon I'm going to get a little gong, and whenever somebody does a super chat, I'm going to smash the gong for all of you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, Dave.
Cheers, Dave. Appreciate that. Go
Yeah,
Cubs.
this is really, really interesting.
Yeah, it's
the more you smell
that rye spice I was getting initially is kind of dissipating now. I'm not getting it as much. It's becoming more sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the more you kind of move this in the glass a little bit, that kind of that high rye kind of note you were getting before, it kind of goes away, and it does start to kind of sweeten up a little bit.
Now I'm curious if I'm going to get that rye spice on the palate. So
yeah, that'll be interesting.
All right, I'm going in, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
To letter C.
Woo!
Whoa! What?
Woo! That's got a little. That's got some balls.
Little
giddy up to it.
Woo! Woo! That's got a little balls on it. Wow, that really.
Yeah.
If the other two, yeah, that one has some heat to it. That has some proof, man.
Yeah. But I would say like on the mouth feel is fairly fairly thin, not overly like kind of viscous or anything, a little thin. But yeah, there's definitely some heat that's there.
Let's see. You said
a lot of honey.
Moose 76 said you are going to mash the drum. Yes, I am. Maybe a cowbell. No, you know what, Joseph? Because Chad and Sarah on they do a cowbell. Scott says dummies do a cowbell. I figure I do something a little different.
I mean, one of the biggest notes that I get on this is citrus. That's always a note that I can pick out instantly.
Really?
Monica, Monica says it looks like an amber colored. It is amber. It's very amber colored here. So you guys check it out. It's a little bit on the darker side. It's definitely got a like a dark honey kind of tone to it too. I'm going in for another sip because the first sip really lit my palate up here.
It's a little dry. Dan, does it dry out for you as well?
Yes, it does. Yeah. The mouth feels very like you said. It's not. It doesn't sit on your tongue.
It's quick. It hits you. It's like a hit and run.
Yeah, I get a lot of light fruits on this one. Maybe some like I said, some tangerine. I get those citrus notes right on the side of my tongue. I can pick up the citrus instantly.
Yeah, which is interesting because I don't get as much citrus on the nose, but I get a fair amount on the palate. The taste part of it, I pick up way more citrus than I do on the nose. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very open.
Still very good though. Really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it sit on my palate a little bit and see if I could pick anything else up here.
It does, like right in that mid palate. It does kind of give you that little tingle right on the back of the tongue, though, mid to back of the tongue.
Yeah, I would agree, Dan. There's a very potent citrus character to it, but the thing is that it's like I said, it is a hit and run. It does not stay there, but when you get it, it's really strong. It's you get it real strong, that real quick hit, and then it's gone. It's almost like it's like teases you to want to keep sipping it.
Yeah. Well, in the interest. Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
It is a quick finish, but those citrus notes I can get them right on the side of my tongue.
Absolutely.
And then, like you said, Jason, it makes you want to go back and drink some more for sure.
Yeah, Santa Cruz.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Santa Cruz, you should do a short drum roll taped, of course, for super chat. Yeah, Santa Cruz, and I have some plans for some super chat. I am going to do some clips of me playing drums, and I got some plans, so don't worry about it. It'll be pretty cool. But I appreciate the super chats, guys. Again, thank you so much. Yeah, that's
very interesting.
The flavor on that has really thrown me because of how quick it is, but it's such a super punch of flavor that you get so quickly, and then it just goes. See, it's So maybe you want
this would be an extremely dangerous bourbon to drink because of everything that we just talked about, how quick it is, how dry it is. You just constantly want to try to keep like searching for that finish.
It's very strange though, because you do get that spice right on the center of your tongue, but it's not a peppery like spice. It's just
it's not sticking. It's not sticking to the palate like A did, or as strong. But there is a quick hint of oak and spice there. Then it gets citrus. I'm getting a little bit of a caramel covered cherry on here too, very quickly, and then it just goes. Hey, Tophomatic is in here. How you doing, buddy? Monica, how about a little monkey with the cymbals? Oh, that's a good idea, Monica. I'll try to find one of those. The little
that's a good idea. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Good idea, Monica. I like that.
Yeah, this is very, very interesting. But it could be very dangerous, like when you're constantly, wanting to keep going back in to maintain that flavor that you get right away. And if this has the proof on it that it kind of tastes like it, you'd be chugging this stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah. Do you guys have any guesses as to what this may be?
Well, you know what? I don't think I've had anything like recently that's like anything that would be kind of like mainstream that finishes this short on it. So I'm struggling to try to even come up with anything on this.
The only thing I would think it could be is maybe like the only thing that I've ever had that's somewhat close to this was a Willet bourbon. But
interesting.
I just don't know. It doesn't really, but it doesn't finish like a Willet. But that citrusy character is making me think Willet, or even I don't know. The fact that it's citrusy is making me think rye, but I'm just not sure if it's a rye.
I would.
Moose said, "I have a high roller diamond cut Glencairn."
Yeah, he does.
Let me hold that thing up, man. Hold that thing up.
That's like a pimp glass. That's a pimp glass.
It's a Blanton's.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. That was Colonel Blanton's. That was cut out of a large diamond.
Dan is actually a rapper in his spare time. He gets these diamond cut glasses.
Man, that's really interesting.
That's a super, super interesting dram. It's really hard to pinpoint it. On the nose, I was getting notes that would think it's a rye. The citrus notes on it tell me it's a rye, but it's got a lot of.
I just don't get that. Like Michael has it says baby Saz, but I don't think it's that at all. This doesn't have.
It's such an easy drinker, though.
That's what I mean.
It really is.
It's dangerously delicious, but that citrus. That citrus flavor that I normally get on rye is just, it's really coming through, but it's not giving me a typical rye finish. The finish is so quick, which is why it's hard for me to pinpoint what this is, but it's really interesting. That one's really knocking me for a loop, Dan. You did good with that.
I just can't. This just isn't drinking like a rye to me. Like Lewis said in here, could it be Thomas H. Handy? I don't think at all. Handy's got a ton of flavor, and it's a longer finish than this. So,
yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
All right. I'm taking my notes here. I'm gonna take a sip of water. All right. We're going on to our last one, guys. Then we're gonna do our other two giveaways of the night. If anyone came in late, missed the announcement. Scott, Dan, and myself are going to be in Kentucky around May 30th, Thursday, which is a Thursday. And what we're going to be doing is trying to plan a meetup with everybody that Thursday night. We're not sure where it's going to be yet, but it'll be May 30th, which is a Thursday night in Kentucky. we have a couple locations that we're scouting right now to kind of meet up with everybody. So if you're in Kentucky around that time, definitely try to keep it open, and hopefully we'll see you guys down there. So should be pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, we're really hoping that we can meet up with a lot of people, and we have a couple of places in mind that we're kind of tossing around a little bit, but either way, it'd be great to hopefully be able to meet up with some people. I know there's a couple people in here who I believe are in the like Kentucky or Louisville area. So hopefully we can get a few people, and then based on the amount of people we get, that'll kind of dictate maybe where we have it. So hopefully, like I said before, we can get a nice little group together and have a good night.
Hey, I want to say hi to Texas Owl, who just stopped in. Thanks for coming in. And I also want to give a huge thanks to Christopher David. Just sent a $10 virtual dram super chat. Says, love the reviews, Jason and Scott. Drinking a dram of Booker's Kitchen Table right now. Love the videos. Thank you so much, Christopher. I really appreciate that.
Thanks. Yeah,
Cheers,
thanks, Christopher.
buddy.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and I just want to say to everybody out here, I know there's a lot of people in here who that I see a lot, over on my channel as well, and I appreciate all the support as well. So thanks, guys and ladies.
Everyone's asking why is it Thursday or saying Thursday night? Well, because Dan, you can't stay Friday. Is that correct?
I can leave in the evening.
All right, so maybe we'll do Friday night instead. We'll see, guys, but it's definitely going to be a meet up one of those 2 nights.
Yeah, it'll be one of those two. And like I said, if you follow both of us or subscribe to both of us, one or both of us will be making some announcements along the way of things. So kind of stay tuned on that. I know we've got a little bit of time ahead of us, but we'll get something hammered out here soon.
All right. Let's go into our final glass of the night here. Let's see what we got. We're going into letter D here. So let's go into the nose, Scotty.
Boy. All righty. Boy, this could be rye here.
Hey, Whiskey in the Six is in the house. How you doing, Rob? He said he's been trying to super chat last 20 minutes. Technology, buddy. What are you going to do? Sorry, bro. You can keep trying, though. You keep trying, buddy.
Boy,
oh, yeah. This could be the rye.
Boy.
What the hell?
I'm good at tricking you guys. You know that?
Yes, you are.
There's nothing so far that's come across. I know you said before that it's not all bourbon. I guess even with that statement, it could still be. It could be an American whiskey. It doesn't even necessarily have to be technically a rye. Could be a non-bourbon, but
it could be a rye bourbon blend. Never know.
Could be that. Yep, could be that. Boy, this
is definitely this more to anything. If I had to bet anything that one of these was a rye, it would be D.
Yeah, I could kind of see that.
This one, I'm getting the licorice and citrus on the nose, so I would say more than anything that this could be the rye.
Yeah, for me, like I always try to, if I can with rye, is pull out that either like dill or like a mint, something along those lines. Especially if it's a higher rye mash bill, I usually pick up one or both of those notes pretty.
It's definitely high proof. I'm getting the ethanol. There is a nice burst of sweetness behind all the rye notes that I'm getting here. If it is a rye, licorice. Cherry, there's definitely a
dark
mintiness to it.
Yeah,
it's a really beautiful nose on this. Whatever.
Yeah, it really is. Now, and looking at the color of this, this is starting to give the impression of maybe a more well-aged, rye. Like, look, you could even see Dan swirling. Look how dark that stuff is. So,
yeah,
it's dark.
You guys can check it out here. You can see how. Let me get my hand off. You can see how dark it is.
Boy, I started to pull out like a lot of cinnamon now. A lot of cinnamon starting to come out.
Now I know I've kind of threw you guys through a loop with these last couple ones, but wait till you get the palate on this one. Let me know what you think.
Interesting. Boy.
Yeah, I can see the baking spice on this too, Scott. Really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice nose though. Really nice.
All right. Yeah, the nose is incredible. Probably my favorite nose of the night so far.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in for the palate. Here we go, boys.
All
Cheers.
right. Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Woo.
Well, whatever that is, that's something that's finished right there. That's for sure finished in something.
You think it's finished?
Yeah, I do. I get something very. I mean, like almost honestly, if I'm guessing as to what the finish is, I mean it's very like cognac.
Monica, you're right. It is very dark and red. Wow.
Boy, and the way it coats the glass is crazy. You don't get any finish. You don't get like a finishing aspect on it, hey?
I am not getting a finish at all. I am getting straight, a super straight. I'm sorry, a super sweet. Oh man, it's coming off as a super sweet rye to me. I have a guess of what this could be because I've had it before, but I'm not sure if that's what it is. But it's freaking me out, man.
What is it, Jason? What's your guess?
It tastes like Booker's Rye to me. That's my guess.
Huh.
Hey,
Boy, I remember Booker's Rye being hotter than this, though.
I want to say Santa Cruzan, thank you so much. He just sent a super chat for $19. Thank you so much, Santa Cruzan. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, Chris. Cheers,
very,
Chris.
very generous of you, Chris. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It would have been $20, but he was I believe from our conversations, I think he was born here in Wisconsin, and he's just jealous that it's not 8 degrees where he is right now. So
wow, this is
it's a super long finish on this thing.
It's super, super, super long finish. This is awesome, whatever this is. It is.
Do you think this is rye though?
I'm still going with rye.
Really?
I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
I'm saying I think it's a low rye, whatever it is, but I still think it's a rye.
Do you think this could be like a handy or something?
Maybe.
No?
That's a good call out because the Handy and even Booker's Rye, they're definitely sweeter ryes.
Yeah. You know, I know it's not like a Kentucky Owl or anything. That's way more dilly for me.
Yeah, Kentucky Owl is definitely more of a traditional rye nose. The Knob Creek, even Michter's tends to make just sweeter ryes to me where it can come off as a bourbon.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's a midwinter's night. Definitely not. Definitely doesn't have that finishing characteristic to it. I'm not getting it. I know. Are you still getting that, Scott, or have you kind of hedged on that?
Boy, I don't. Yeah, I'm going so back and forth on this thing that it's crazy all the different flavors that are just kind of developing on this thing. So
Brian, thank you so much for the super chat. Just sent in a $10 dram. Thank you so much. I don't have a drum yet, but for all you guys that gave super chats tonight, I'll do a little drum solo here. Ready? Here we go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate that. And everybody else, Santa Cruzan, everybody else that gave one, I appreciate that. Wow.
Well, I really like that. I mean, I think
it's D is really, really good. And it's the flavor on it, more than anything else, whatever it may be, it is just sticking to my palate. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one thing this is one of those whiskeys you can't even get rid of it. I mean, it just lingers there forever. I mean, it is. It's just I think for all of us that that's all what we really want.
It's just inviting me to keep drinking and drinking this and sipping on it is absolutely incredible. So
one thing I did try to do with these these blind tastings. I do put a lot of thought into it when I do this. Like I said, not only the order, but trying to find things that really throw you guys through a loop. As you can tell, the nose doesn't match the flavor profile on any of these, really.
No,
So
it does not.
that was kind of the goal. So I'm glad it's kind of worked out so far.
These are like Frankenstein whiskeys. You get one thing on the nose and on the palate, it's completely different, which is amazing. Which is the beauty of doing blind tastings. So that's I hope you guys that are watching are enjoying it because we're enjoying being kind of surprised like this. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Joseph brought up a good point. He puts Joseph Magnus. I could see. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that. But when I first smelled it and tasted it, I thought of a finished something of some sort. But I don't think there's all of the different because I think Magnus is like cognac and sherry and Oloroso or something along those lines. But I don't think there's that much of an influence on it.
Yeah. All right.
So if you guys were to pick which one the rye was, what would be your guess?
I would still say C or D would be the rye.
So far for me, like none of them have been a classic rye for me.
None of them are none of them are classic ryes. But if I had to guess, just based on the strong citrus and spice I was getting, it would be C or D. Now, B threw me off because also there's that tropical nose to it, which for some drams can say rye, but it didn't taste like one. So A for me was that if I could guess any of them being more
I think B is the rye. For me, I think B is the something I get. I think B is the rye. That would have been my guess. D for me, I don't know what it is. It just isn't drinking for me like a rye. If I had to guess, I would go with B. That'd be my guess. But what the hell do I know?
Yeah, I don't. The tropical nose on B and kind of that oak spice was, that could be rye too. I don't know, man. It's I'm still more convinced that D is a rye of some sort, but that would be my guess. But all right, before we get into the reveals, guys, I know everyone's been waiting for that. Let's get into our last two giveaways tonight. So everybody get on your keyboards. And remember, because you guys know what we're doing now, whoever gets this question right gets to pick someone in the chat to get the next dram, get another sample from Dan. So these last two questions will come from me. I picked out a couple of good ones. So let's go with this one. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here's a question. What famous bourbon brand is releasing their first new grain recipe in 150 years next month? All right. What famous bourbon brand is releasing their first new grain recipe in 150 years next month?
Joseph
Brazeau or Brazeau. He got it. Old Forester.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't heard, Old Forester, for the first time in 150 years, is releasing a rye whiskey. It's going to be 100 proof and available for only $23. So I am super excited to get my hands on that and give it a go. So Joseph, congrats, buddy. Now, Joseph, in the chat, you pick either C or D based on on our tasting, what we just did. Joseph, what are you feeling like, buddy? I'll wait for Joseph. What does he want? Does he want C or D? And also, Joseph, what we need you to think is
D.
Who in the chat. Oh, he's going to take D. Smart move, man.
Yep.
And Joseph, who in the chat do you want to get another dram?
And I don't think you can choose yourself, right?
Yeah, you can't choose yourself, buddy.
He gets two samples.
Yeah. Hey, there's Rob. Judy, Jason. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you so much, Rob, at Whiskey in the Six. I appreciate it.
Cheers, Rob.
Another great supporter of my channel from the beginning. I can't say enough. Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate it. Chandani.
And he knows a ton about it. If you guys like Scotch, check him out. He's got some great stuff, too. Rob does a fantastic job.
Yeah, Rob's amazing with Scotch. I've learned a lot from watching his channel. So
yeah.
Joseph has picked Lewis Keane. So Lewis Keane is going to get his Lewis Keane's going to get it. So write Lewis Keane down for that one. So D is out. So that means C, which is the that quick, spicy, fruity one, is the last one left. And get your guy, get ready on the chat, guys. So this one I'll make a little bit more challenging. Now we'll get into the dram later. That's going to be the extra dram after whoever gets the winner. So, so this is the question, guys. Get ready. So, in 1909, after 6 months of deliberation input from rectifiers, straight whiskey distillers established a definition. What president established definition for straight whiskey, blended whiskey, and imitation whiskey? What president in 1909 finally made a distinguished definitions for straight, blended, and imitation whiskey?
Interesting.
Yep. I've been reading Bourbon Justice and reading a lot of geeky bourbon history. So
yeah. Well, I think you're gonna have Brian on your channel. I think at some point, right?
As soon as I finish the book, I'm gonna reach out to him. William Davilar got it. Taft. Howard Taft. So William Davilar, you are getting dram letter C. So that is yours. And William Davilar, congrats. I think somebody wrote Trump. So letter C is yours, William Davilar. William, pick someone in the chat at random. Who do you think should get another dram?
And for the people who they pick, I just need their information for shipping purposes, please.
Yeah, if you guys have been either selected or won a dram.
Selected Texas Owl.
Oh, Texas Owl. Nice.
Cool.
Oh, guess what, Texas Owl? It's your lucky day because the last dram that I'm sending for the last winner, you are going to get a 1 ounce sample of George T. Stagg 2018, buddy. So
look at that.
Cheers, Texas Owl. And thanks everyone else for watching tonight. This is awesome. So Texas Owl, you are going to get that. You're going to get 2018 George T. Stagg. I'm going to send you a full 1 ounce sample of that, buddy. So enjoy. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being a part of tonight. It was a lot of fun. But it's not over yet because now we get to reveal what was in these glasses that threw us for a loop. So
before we reveal it, do we want to put it in the order that we would choose it?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Scott. Okay. So let's put our rankings 1 to 4 and see what your favorite is.
Okay.
So that one. All right, I got my top 4.
So do I.
You do.
Yep. Jason, did you will you have these guys' information in the chat for me to send it to, or do you want me to have them send it to my email?
Yeah, if you could I actually have some of these guys, but for those of you in the chat that have gotten either selected or have won a dram tonight, either drop your email in the chat so I can go back and watch and get your email, or send me a quick instant message on Instagram at the Mash and Drum. All right, I appreciate that.
All right, guys. So what order do you have these things in here?
All right, so Scotty, what was your number 4?
All right. So my number 4 is my I don't want to say my least favorite, but my fourth was letter A.
Letter A was your number 4. Okay.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
Mine was actually C.
Oh.
That was the weird fruity one you know what killed me on it? It was just the finish was too fast.
Yeah.
That was the only reason why I put that for. I mean, it's delicious. It's super. I mean, all of these are incredible, but the only thing that put it behind for me was that super quick finish. I wanted more of it, and it just would go away too fast.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
All right, what was your number 3?
Was C. I struggled with C and A, so they were my 3, 4. I could have flipped these either one, so C was my third.
Yeah, number 3 for me was B, which was the tropical nose.
Okay.
Just because it was nothing bad about it. It was just so different and unique, and I really liked it. But I don't know. I just couldn't pinpoint what the hell it was. So, what was your second place?
B.
So B was the tropical one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I almost went there for number 2 as well, but I actually picked A as my number 2 just because
interesting.
I really loved that black pepper spice that just sat on my palate forever and ever. That's why I picked it. I loved it.
Okay.
And then we obviously, again, as usual, have the same number 1.
Yeah. Good old D.
D, yeah. Number 1.
Yeah. That was really, really interesting. That'll be interesting to see what that is.
All right, guys. So before we reveal, if you haven't yet, hit the like button, please. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get into the reveal. So I guess let's just do them in order. Let's just go through A through D, Dan, and let's see what we got here. So what is bourbon A? And remember, Brian Brennicky, if you're still watching, this is your sample that you chose. So letter A, what do we got?
Letter A is the Russell's Reserve single barrel. It's the Beetlejuice barrel.
Oh my God, Russell's Reserve.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's the Rural Indie Degenerates. They also picked the Sweet Candy and the Juicy Fruit pick.
Really?
That's an amazing dram. I know why you said remember that for the next one, because that's what you told me to write down. Because I sip on Russell's Reserve picks all the time, or just regular Russell's Reserve single barrel. It's one of my favorite drams. Awesome. That is really cool.
Yeah, and it was very good. And that's the thing, when we're placing these things, in order. I mean, you can mix them up. I mean, give or take, one spot. I mean, they're all fantastic in different ways.
I'll go back to these again at some point and just I'll pick different things out. So all right, let's go to letter B. This was the one that had the crazy tropical nose but did not taste like it. So I'm really curious to see what this is. What do we got, Dan?
This is the 2018 Angels Envy Cask Strength.
Oh,
interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the I would have never even thought Angels Envy. Wow, that's
no.
Now you say Angels Envy, it makes sense.
Really?
Well, it's finished. The cask strength is also finished in port, correct?
Well, yeah, it is a port finish.
Yeah, that tropical nose is just unbelievable. Wow.
Did I say that originally? I thought this was finished.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, because I had B on here. I have finish on mine, and I'm guessing that's maybe what I meant. But
that was the one that I agreed that could have been finished just because of how tropical it was.
Yeah, interesting.
That's crazy. I've never had the Angels Envy cask strength. That's amazing.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I see you made a little dent in that bottle, huh, Dan?
Maybe a little bit.
You probably spilled it, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
In my mouth.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to letter C. What do we got?
All right, guys, this is something new that just hit the shelves. It was limited production. It's actually a Four Roses OESF, but it was picked by the Bourbon Pursuit team. So Fred Meniken team. This is a pick. It was a keg and bottle pick. It's called Divorce Papers.
Divorce Papers.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it's 9 years, 7 months, and it was bottled on November 7th, 2018.
So what's the? I'm sorry, I missed the. What's the yeast strain on that? What's the letters?
OESF.
Isn't that their high rye mash bill?
It's 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley.
And there's the rye spice. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I'm guessing at this point we've hit on all bourbons, and I'm thinking maybe you're going to tell me that letter D is now going to be a rye.
That was the Angel's Envy.
If letter D is the rye, then I'm going to look like a genius.
Well, actually, it wasn't rye. It was my fault. It was the Angel's Envy that tricked me there for a minute. So it was not. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to our final reveal and our favorite of the night, letter D. What do we got, Dan the Man Trout?
All right. So this one is a Booker's, and it's Toogie's Invitation from 2016.
Oh, what?
Interesting.
So I said Booker's Rye, but it wasn't Booker's Rye, but it had the Booker's Funk. I'm telling you, I could always taste it. That's amazing.
Now I do have that, so there's no saying I won't throw that into another blind tasting here soon.
Yes, you do have a bottle of Booker's Rye. That's
But no, I just going over these blind samples. I can't always send out the best stuff I have because it wouldn't, we wouldn't be able to do too many of these. So, but I do have some good things up my sleeve for some later blind reviews. So no worries.
Chad Holly called that. That's actually their low rye from Four Roses. Yeah, that's right. It is their low rye. The 20%. That's true. But yeah, I could always taste a little bit of rye note on the Four Roses or smell it. So that's incredible. Awesome.
Yeah, that was really good. Really good.
Yeah. So Dan, what you had set out to do was give us whiskeys that had very, very specific noses, but tasted completely different on the palate, and you totally nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the overall goal. I mean, you guys both have phenomenal palates, and mine compares to both of yours in different ways. So really, like I said, there is a lot of thought behind this, and in the order that I send them in, and to try to trick you guys a little bit. So there is some, there is a thought process behind this, and like I said, some of these bottles may not be top of the line, but if I can't always stand the top of the line stuff all the time, otherwise we would be able to do these that often. But as I said, I do have some goodies in store for some later reviews, so no worries, guys.
This was a lot of fun. I mean, some of these things are now not all of it, but well, maybe I suppose the more I look at it, the list all of it isn't really stuff you're just going to go pick off the shelves or anything. So it's all fantastic stuff.
All right, guys. So this was an amazing tasting tonight. Before we sign off, just a quick reminder to those in the chat for my passing 1,000 subscribers, as I mentioned last week in the live stream. If any of you are interested in doing kind of what we did tonight, anyone in the chat, if you would like to come on the Master Drum Whiskey channel with me, I would like to send you four, maybe 5 samples from my own personal whiskey collection to do a blind tasting with you live, just like tonight. Basically, what I'm doing is asking you guys out there to send me either an Instagram message. If you don't have Instagram, trying to think of other means. I'm on Twitter as well. If you're on Twitter, just send me a direct message saying yes and saying you are interested in being on the channel. I know not everyone is comfortable with being on camera or doing something like this. So if you are interested in doing that, I'm going to take more entries for one more week. And next week on the live show, I'm going to pick at random the person that's going to get to come on the channel with me the following week and do the live blind tasting with me, which would be a lot of fun. So just want to call that out there before we sign off. But on top of that, I just want to say thank you to all of you, especially all of you who put in for the super chats. Really appreciate it. Scott, why don't you tell us about your channel, tell us about where to find you, and say thanks.
Yeah. So Dan, thank you very much for the for sending the samples. Another great blind tasting. It was a ton of fun. Jason, as always, thanks for having me on. I always have a great time doing these things. As most everybody in the chat knows, I run the My Bourbon Journey whiskey review channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. Go check it out. Hopefully you like some of the stuff I'm doing. I've got a little bit some more kind of mainstream things coming up in terms of review wise. A lot of stuff I've hit on through the past maybe 6 months have been a little bit of some craft things, some things that have been sent to me that's not as mainstream, but I'll start to probably get back to doing some more of that stuff. But I appreciate all the support, and yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, Dan, why don't you, we want to thank you, of course, but why don't you say a little bit to everybody?
Yeah, guys, I mean, I really thank you to the viewers for chiming in, every week, and, to Jason's videos and Scott's videos, and to these blind reviews. These are great. And it's really, it's all about you guys too. And, I really enjoy sharing what I have, as you guys know. I'm not a type of person to hoard everything. I want people to taste, different things, to get the opportunity to try some of these things. So thank you very much to the viewers, Scott and Jason. Thank you guys again. It's always a pleasure. So thank you.
All right. Well, thank you again, Scott, and Dan. Dan, again, this isn't really possible without your generosity. It's all about sharing the whiskey, which is something I love to do.
Yeah.
I appreciate you kind of getting in on that as well. I do want to mention Monica Willits called out about my blending contest. I am planning on doing that too. This is going to be after we do the live stream with the viewer. I'm planning on having a blend contest for everybody. I want everybody to create a blend, send them in to me. I'm going to do a blind tasting of everyone's blends. I'm still trying to figure out the proportions and the types of whiskeys I want to be included. And the number one top blend will win a gift pack for me, which will have some samples in it, a t-shirt, and you will get to win this nice little flask here to sip your own blend that you made the winning blend inside. So that will be coming up soon too, guys. So thank you again so much, Dan, Scott, everybody in the chat. Thank you for the super chats. As I always say, it is not about the whiskey. It is the people you share it with. So cheers, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.